As we remember George Floyd today, this week also marks the 100-year anniversary of another terrible moment in Minnesota history.
On June 15th, 1920, a white mob lynched 3 black men who had been falsely accused of a crime in Duluth. The 3 African Americans, Elias Clayton, Elmer Jackson, and Isaac McGee, were lynched without a trial, no legal process here. Minnesota Historical Society holding a week of remembrance. In Augsburg, professor of history Dr. William Green wrote the foreword to a book on the subject, The Lynchings in Duluth, by Michael Fado. He's also written several articles on this. And Professor Green joins us now via Skype. Thanks so much for being with us, Professor. We appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me. I just want to make one correction. It was Michael Fado who wrote that important book, The Lynchings. I wrote the articles to follow up.
Very good. Well, thank you for clarifying that for us. Tell us about this horrific event, because I think in many ways this was forgotten for a long time, and perhaps because Minnesotans wanted to forget about it.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. It was an ugly chapter, and it sort of undercut our sense of ourselves as an exceptional society.
Can you share a little bit more about Elias Clayton, Elmer Jackson, and Isaac McGee and what happened there?
Well, they were circus workers who worked for the circus that came to Duluth that summer, and in cleaning up the grounds where the circus had been, a young woman and her date were out watching the events, or the dismantling of the circus. Later in the evening, the young woman went home and talked about having been attacked sexually. And the accusation was that one of the circus workers, or that 3 of the circus workers attacked her. So it began a whole chain of events that resulted in the arrest of 6 circus workers held in jail, and that mob formed in West Duluth, which culminated in the lynchings of 3 black men. These were the 3 circus workers in the South who accused of this heinous act.
You know, when you look back at this event in history, it's hard not to see the parallels to some of the issues we've had here in Minnesota in present day. Draw some of those connections for us.
Well, there's the overall sense that the lives of African American men are disposable. That there wasn't a need for due process in the case of 3 men in 1920. The sense that the value of life was very low, and it also underscores the sense that the black lives of people and the lives of white people lived in parallel universes. Blacks and whites didn't live together, and that the perceptions that the white society had of blacks were basically founded on stereotype and characterized African Americans as beasts of prey, of predatorial beasts. And so, you know, we kind of see that sensibility carried over a period of 100 years today. But unlike then, the solution seems to be unfolding. People are really more engaged than ever before. There's a real sense that what happened with regard to Mr. Floyd is something that tells something about ourselves as a society. And that was a lesson that did not necessarily was necessarily shared in 1920 with lynching of the 3 black men. I might also add that when the state legislature in 1821 passed a law making lynching a crime, it had not been a crime before. So that was one step forward as far as the state was concerned. But in passing the law, it didn't really deal with systemic racism and oppression. So that even though we're not talking about lynching, in 1924, African Americans could not purchase homes in neighborhoods that were predominantly white without suffering harassment and physical abuse. So racism continued what we learned today is basically how deep sensibility of racism is. And it remains to be seen how much we take lessons from those incidents to try to.
Right. And Professor Green, obviously, as a historian, we look to history to get a deeper understanding of where we are today. Give us your thoughts on George Floyd and what has transpired over the past 2 weeks.
Well, it was a tragedy, and it shocked not just the sensibilities of Minneapolis, but of the whole nation, of the whole world. That in itself is quite amazing, that it would affect as many people, and as many cultures, as many countries around the world. But that there still needs to be done a lot to respect the dignity and humanity of African American men in particular. How we move forward is a work in progress. We'll have to just kind of see what we learn in terms of dealing with deep systemic problems in society.
Right. Yeah.
In a crisis like this, we have one solution or some problem we're looking at.
All right.
And I think the first time we're beginning to look at those.
Dr. Green, you're breaking up just a little bit there, but we really appreciate your time. We know you'll be speaking through the Minnesota History Center. Thank you so much. You can go to WCCO.com/links for more information on the Duluth Lynching Centennial Week of Remembrance. It'll be held by the Minnesota Historical Society.